Welcome to the Nerdy Rodent Channel 陷入它在空间 He's just a little mammal 以一种非常属奥兹的方式 A tiny cosmic rodent 出生并是它那个眼睛去 Scurrying through cyberspace 每页人工智能 Hoping generations don't take long
Hello and welcome to more Nerdy Rodent Geekery. What you just listened to was fully AI generated from a single text prompt. I did this using a new website called Udio.com, which is currently blowing up on Twitter. Sorry, I mean X. Is it short for studio? I don't know, but I'm going to assume it is for the sake of pronunciation. Udio was formed just a few months ago by a group of leading AI researchers and technologists, and already it seems pretty cool. I'm sure the first thing people will wonder about is copyright and stuff. What did they train it on? Well, I have absolutely no idea, but the company does claim to have built-in measures to identify and block anything which is too close to an existing work. I guess it's quite something when AI can generate music like that. Even though it's all technological AI and stuff, there's no local install this time. On the bright side, it does mean you can even use it on your mobile. Easy peasy. You might already have played with sites like Suno, but now we've got another one. Let's see what it can do. It's a beta release right now, and over here on the pricing page, you can see you can make up to 1,200 songs a month. I think that's okay to start playing around with, but of course, I want more. Even though it is only in beta, the interface is reasonable, and so are most of the generations. As you heard at the start, English isn't the only language supported. If you want singing in French, German, Chinese, Japanese, or a bunch of other languages, you can do that. Here's one example. Being an online site, it doesn't have an open source license and instead has a load of terms and conditions. Their terms of service look fairly reasonable at a glance, but do check everything for yourself, as you'll probably understand it a whole lot better than me. One thing it seems to prohibit me from doing is sharing the generations of others on YouTube, so everything in this video is the content I've generated using this site, which does seem to be allowed. So far as I can tell, you also look to be able to use your own generations commercially, so long as you give attribution. Obviously, there's also a bunch of stuff you can't do with it, but it looks to be all the usual hate speech and stuff, so nothing too restrictive there. Being able to use the stuff commercially for free is great, as Suno doesn't offer that in their free basic plan. Alright, back to making music. The first thing you need to do is sign in, and you can do so using an existing account such as your Google, Discord or Twitter one. Once you're signed in, the easiest possible thing to do is click the create button right away, but that will use the randomly generated text, and who wants to do that? If instead you click on that text first, then you'll get a little section opening up allowing you to change stuff. If you've made something before, it will save what you had in there last, but if you want to get rid of all that, you can just click the reset button. Now you can type your prompt, select any tags, and opt for custom lyrics, an instrumental version, or auto-generated words. Manual mode is different in that it won't do any prompt rewriting for you, with all the necessary prompt rewrites being disabled. This means you have to be more careful crafting your song description. Only tags are allowed and no free-form text. You can of course try typing even in manual mode, though Udio likely won't be able to interpret your prompt correctly. If you are entering your own custom lyrics, also make a note of the little tip box on the side, as it shows you can do loads of different things. If you use square brackets, you can do things like add verse, bridge, or chorus tags for additional control, or use other options such as drop or guitar solo. Once you're ready, you can click that Create button and it will do its thing. It does 2 generations at a time, so those 1200 generations you get for free at the moment essentially seem to boil down to 600 clicks of Create. It doesn't take too long to generate the clip, though it will depend on the server load, which is why I typically prefer to run things at home, but hey. At just 30 seconds long, each clip is shorter than with Suno, but you do have the option to remix or extend. And yes, you can keep extending your track all the way up to a full 3-minute song if you like, though it does tend to change things a little bit once you start to get that long. I guess you can blow through a bunch of credits and it will eventually remain a bit more coherent, but I'm still having fun anyway. As a quick guide to making a 1.5 minute long song, you can first generate the middle by using that regular creation mode. Then if you go over to extend, you can add an intro to get a 1 minute long song. Once that's generated, do the same thing again, go to extend, but this time click outro and you've got your 1 minute 30. Compared to Suno, I think I do prefer the voice generation of Udio, but it can also vary quite a bit. This is an example I made in a 1920s style, and there isn't a lot of music in the background, so I think you can hear the voice a little bit more. Okay, take a listen and see what you think.
This furry friend, a tech-savvy communication.人工知能に心を奪われて Crunching numbers, a digital maven. 人工知能に熱中しているネズミ A tiny nerd for the A generation.
It is pretty good, but you can certainly hear the voice synthesis artifacts in there. I think what I liked about Udio over Suno was the general sort of groove, though some styles can be better than others. Here's a folk song, so take a listen to the vocal inflections and wobble on this one.
When he was but small, in the study with gear, a studious mouse with glasses so clear, lines of code he would weave in the glow of the screen. His whiskers would twitch.
Not bad, eh? Well, you can download the completed song. There we've got a download option for both audio and video. What it seems you can't do is export any stems or MIDI. Well, at least not yet. Who knows if that's something for the future. When you do download the video, it uses the art you've got there. And if you want to change that, you can click on the edit button. Go over to edit image and there you can type in a prompt and it will do some AI art generation for you, which you can then use to replace your cover art. Remix is another option, and there you get a slider for variant, so you can make it similar or different. So if you did a generation that you thought was quite good, but you want to change a few bits about it, maybe some of the words were wrong, you can edit those, then Remix is a great option. And while it is a shame you can't upload your own images, you can always download the music and generate a cover image using an AI at home, much like the AI in this next Nerdy Rodent video.
Thank you for watching. It really means a lot to me, especially when you like and share to everybody everywhere. Ooh, Nerdy Rodent. He really makes my day, showing us AI in a really British way.